All right, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time, we're going to be looking at the work of Dr. WayneDyer.
Oh, love him.
We've got this Fearless Soul video that has a ton of his most pertinent ideas all packed into one.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to kind of pick it apart with you.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Have you ever felt like you're kind of searching for answers in all the wrong places?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Dr. Dyer, he has this really brilliant story about streetlights and lost keys, and I think it kind of perfectly illustrates this.
Oh, I love that story.
So imagine, okay, you're fumbling around in the dark, you can't find your keys, and instead of looking for them, in your house where you probably dropped them,
Right.
you go and search under the streetlight.
Makes sense.
Because that's where the light is.
Yeah.
It seems a little ridiculous, right?
It does, but that's what we do.
Yeah, but it's that kind of genius, simple analogy that he uses to highlight how we do this all the time.
Exactly.
It's so much easier to blame other people for our unhappiness or, to scroll endlessly through social media instead of actually dealing with our insecurities.
It's much easier. Yeah,
That's under the streetlight, right?
Yeah.
But the real problem's in the house.
It is.
It really makes you think, where are you searching for solutions in your life?
Yeah.
Are looking under the streetlight, or are you willing to go inside where it's a little bit darker and scarier?
Yeah, it's so true. That leads perfectly into another idea that he talks about. No justified resentments.
Oh, that one really stopped me in my tracks.
Me too.
When I heard it, I was like, wait a minute, are you telling me that holding on to anger hurts me more than it hurts anyone else?
That's exactly it. He says that resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die.
It's such a powerful image.
Such a powerful image. And it just shows how destructive it can be to hold on to bitterness.
He uses that really impactful phrase, there are no justified resentments. Wow.
Right.
I mean, think about it. Are you carrying around any resentments? I know I was.
We all are, I think.
Yeah, it's almost like a human condition to hold on to these things.
It is.
But just recognizing that it's not serving us.
Right. That's a big first step.
Is huge.
It is.
So how do we begin to let go of something so heavy? Because, it's not just about saying, okay, resentment, you're gone, and then everything's fine.
Exactly. I mean, it's a process, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Dyer talks about things like forgiveness practices, mindfulness exercises, and in some cases, even therapy can be really helpful.
Yeah, to really process and work through those things. It's like we're finally shining a light on those resentments and seeing them for what they are.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how that connects with another one of Dr. Dyer's ideas. Our thoughts become our reality.
Yes, absolutely.
He talks a lot about the power of our minds, how as you think, so shall you be.
It's true.
It's like if we're constantly dwelling on negative thoughts, we're kind of setting ourselves up for a negative experience.
Exactly.
Like a self-fulfilling prophecy almost.
It is, yeah.
So if we're always thinking negatively, then...
You're going to have a negative experience.
Yeah, and those pathways in our brain, those neural pathways, they get stronger, right?
They do.
The more we use them.
It's like paving a road.
Exactly.
The more you drive down that road, the easier it is to drive down that road.
Yeah.
You got to pave some new roads.
We can pave new roads though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's the good news.
We can pave new roads all the time.
Yeah, it's called neuroplasticity.
Yeah.
Our brains are constantly changing based on our experiences, our thoughts.
Exactly.
So by consciously choosing to focus on positive thoughts, we're creating new pathways that are healthier for us.
Absolutely. 100%.
Dr. Dyer, he talks about things like positive affirmations, gratitude journaling.
Yeah.
Have you found those to be helpful?
I've experimented with both of those, and I've been really amazed at the impact they've had.
Really?
Even just writing down a few things that I'm grateful for every day, it's really shifted my perspective.
Wow, that's great.
And, the affirmations, they may feel a little cheesy at first.
Yeah.
But if you keep repeating them, it actually does start to rewire those negative thought patterns.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
We're not just victims of our own minds.
No.
We have the power to change them.
Absolutely.
That's empowering.
It is empowering. I mean, that kind of leads into another thing that Dr. Dyer talks about a lot, this idea of keeping an open mind.
Oh, yeah.
But not getting too attached to any one belief.
Right. Have a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so much easier said than done.
So much easier said than done, especially in today's world.
Right. Everyone's looking for a reason to be offended, it feels like.
It's hard.
It's a delicate balance, I think, to be able to...
It is.
Be open to new ideas and perspectives, but also still hold on to your own values.
You have to be willing to listen to what other people have to say.
Yeah.
even if you don't agree with them.
Right, just to try to understand.
Try to understand.
Yeah, they're coming from.
And just know that everyone's coming from their own unique experiences and perspectives.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
And, our perspective is just one small slice of a much larger pie.
I love that. And speaking of pie, that makes me think of another metaphor Dr. Dyer uses.
Okay.
Don't die with your music still inside you.
That's a good one.
This is where he really gets to the heart of living a life that's true to yourself.
It is, yeah.
Expressing your talents, your passions, your music, without letting fear hold you back.
Yeah, because we all have this music inside us.
We do.
But sometimes fear, self-doubt, whatever, keep us from sharing it.
He's challenging us to break free from those limitations.
Absolutely.
Embrace our imperfections,
Yeah.
share our gifts.
Even if it's scary.
Yeah.
Even if you feel vulnerable.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is.
But I know I've held myself back from pursuing certain things in my life because I was just afraid of failing or not being good enough.
It's a very common fear.
Yeah, but he reminds us that true fulfillment comes from being our authentic selves, not from chasing perfection.
Not from chasing perfection at all.
And he even references Tolstoy's The Death of Ivan Ilyich,
Oh, wow.
where the main character has this terrifying realization like, what if my whole life has been wrong?
That's a heavy one.
It's heavy.
It is.
It really makes you think about how you're spending your time here.
It does, yeah. It's a wake-up call to make sure that our actions are aligned with our values and passions.
It is.
And to really ask ourselves, what is my music?
Yeah.
And what am I holding back from doing?
I know. I'm feeling really inspired to take some action after this.
Me too.
It's amazing how much wisdom he packed into this video.
I know, right? Yeah, it's like it all boils down to these core ideas that he's laying out, you know? Like, look inward for those solutions. Release the resentment. Choose those thoughts carefully.
Right.
Have an open mind and embrace your unique music.
Yeah, and then go play it.
Exactly.
It's our responsibility to share it.
It is, yeah.
But where do we start? Sometimes it feels like there's so much noise in the world. Like, how do we even hear our own music over all the distractions?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it starts with carving out that space for stillness and reflection, whether that's through meditation or journaling or spending time in nature, whatever it is that helps you tune out all of that external noise and connect with that inner voice.
Yeah, it's like hitting the pause button on the world for a little bit.
Exactly.
And just listening to what your heart's trying to tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
So once you start to hear that music, even faintly, don't be afraid to start playing it.
Don't be afraid.
Even if it's just a small step at first.
Yeah.
Maybe it's signing up for that pottery class you've been thinking about. Maybe it's finally dusting off that old guitar in the attic.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this grand gesture, just a movement in the right direction.
It doesn't.
And it's okay to make mistakes along the way.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing that people get hung up on.
Oh, yeah.
They have to be perfect.
Right.
But perfection is an illusion.
It is.
It's the courage to show up and express ourselves authentically that really matters.
I love that. So if this deep dive has resonated with you at all, what's one small step that you can take today to start playing your music? Don't wait for the perfect moment.
Nope.
Just start. And if you're looking for some more inspiration, I highly recommend checking out Dr. Dyer's work.
Yeah, his books are incredible, his lectures.
Tons of timeless wisdom there to really help guide you on your journey.
Yeah.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the brilliant mind of Dr. WayneDyer.
It has.
We hope you've walked away with some wisdom that will help you live a more fulfilling and authentic life.
Absolutely.
And until next time, keep seeking, keep exploring.
Keep playing that music.
And keep playing your music.
We'll see you later.